By popular request, this is a narration of an article by the great Lac Nouvelle reporter Robert Lagace on a legendary player out of Dalhousie, one of the best senior hockey players in the town's history, Jean-Marie Bouchard. This was published in Lac Nouvelle on Wednesday, April 5th, 2020. Headline: Jean-Marie Bouchard and Slapshot have a lot in common. Two Hardy Cups, a few Pointers championships, and notable passages in three legendary 1980s teams: the Dalhousie Patriots, the Moncton Bears, and the Campbellton Tigers. It is not for nothing that Jean-Marie Bouchard enjoys legendary status in the history of New Brunswick hockey. The experience of the center player is so rich that there is something to inspire a television series. After playing his minor hockey in Cospascal, where he is from, Jean-Marie left the house in 1967, then 19 years old, to go play a season with the Thetford Mines Canadians in the Quebec Junior A League. This same circuit will become 2 years later the QMJHL. Among his teammates is goalkeeper Michel Dumas, who will be part of the Chicago Blackhawks organization for over 30 years as a player and recruiter. Norm Graton, who has played more than 200 NHL games, in addition to being the uncle of the former Acadie Batters Titan goalkeeper Frederic Cloutier, and above all, Richard Martin, member of the famous French connection with Gilbert Perreault and René Robert of the Buffalo Sabres. After playing his 20-year season with the Amqui Aces at the senior level, Jean-Marie moved to Pennsylvania in 1969 to evolve with the Johnstown Jets in the Eastern League. This circuit, which became famous for its numerous general fights, served as inspiration for the film Slapshot, and it was precisely in the home of the Jets, the Canterbury County War Memorial Arena, that this film classic, starring Paul Newman, was filmed. It was a very tough league, remember Jean-Marie, now 71 years old. Each team had two or three guys who were just there to fight. The matches were very long. There were always lots of fights. It was in this league that legendary Philadelphia Flyer Dave Schultz became a brawler. When he was younger, when he was playing at Sorel, he didn't fight at all. But when I saw him in the Eastern League with the Rebels of Salem, he had gone mad, he says, laughing. Disappointed with his experience, Jean-Marie decides to return to Amqui, where he will play 3 seasons. In 1973, thanks to an unexpected invitation, he took part in the training camp of the Montreal Canadiens, where he had the chance to skate in the company of the great stars of the time: Yvon Cornway, Jacques Lemaire, the Mahovlich brothers, Frank and Peter, Henri Richard, Guy Lapointe, Serge Savard, Larry Robinson, and a certain Guy Lafleur, who was only 1 season away from becoming the big star we have known. It was the year that Ken Dryden decided to go on strike and go to school to become a lawyer, says Jean-Marie. I had a very good camp and even thought I was going to start the year in the American League with the Voyageurs of Nova Scotia. Unfortunately, the team had too many players under contract and it was cut off. It's a shame because I think it was superior to several players who were in Halifax. It was a big disappointment. Pete Ratter wanted him to join the Patriots of Dalhousie in time for the 73-74 season in the Intermediate League A of the North Shore. Clement Tremblay, Gaetan Duguay, Mike Brophy, Serge McLean, and Billy Odwa are among his teammates. Bouchard will complete the season at the top of the scorers, tied with Greg McCullough of the Campbellton Tigers. The following season, 1974-75, Don Laurent mentioned to convince him to join the Moncton Bears in the Southeast Intermediate A League. Not only did he win the points race with 119, with 58 goals and 61 assists, he led the Bears to conquer the Hardy Cup with Oscar Gaudette, Normand Guimont, Alan Power, Alain Menard, Alfie Gaskin, and Pete Pinot. A few ex-Bleu players also came to help out during the playoffs, including Ryan LeBlanc and Denis Gingras. Despite the championship, Bouchard made the decision to leave the Bears to wear the colors of the Tigers in Hamilton in 75-76. A first season which will be, however, be of short duration since he broke his leg at the start of the campaign. Fortunately for him, he will return in great shape for the 1976-77 season. He repeated the same feat as in Moncton, winning the points championship with 73 on 22 goals and 51 assists, and leading the Tigers to another Hardy Cup. Dave Weiser, John Wood, Sterling Loga, Brian Forster, Jacques Desharnais, Luc Tessier, Georges Beribe, and Claude Guigui are among the best elements of the club. Some of you may also remember the fighting between Dennis Henderson, the tough guy from the Tigers, and Bill Goldthorpe from the Dalhousie Rangers. The same Goldthorpe that served as inspiration for the character of Ogie Oglethorpe, the psychopathic brawler in Slapshot. I could score goals, but I was more of a game maker. I had good vision and I saw the guys off on the ice well. I remember that in the power play, Coach Red Roulette used me at the forefront with Fuzzy Loga, he says. We had a really good hockey team in Hamilton. The following year, still at the Allen Cup tournament, we lost in the final. People loved senior hockey back in time in Hamilton. During the season, we always attracted between 1,800 and 2,000 people to the old garden. In the playoffs, it exceeded 3,000 people. Hockey was a lot rougher over time. I remember a game in St. John where the police came to stop the match. I was playing with the Tigers. The referees decided to get out on the ice when he realized the guys weren't interested in stopping the fight. They'll only stop when you turn off the lights in the arena, he said. Jean-Marie Bouchard ends the interview by telling the secret. I never wore shoulder pads when I played hockey. I had elbows and gloves, but no shoulder pads. I felt stuck with shoulder pads. I was lucky. I was only injured once in the shoulder. It was during my season with the Moncton Bears. I was injured quite badly and had to miss 2 or 3 games. Finally, Don Lahan had patented something to protect my shoulder, and I started playing again. At that time, it almost took a broken leg to stop you from playing. All the guys were like that, reveals the 7-year-old laughing. Robert Lagace, who is the author of this article, is an acclaimed sports reporter from Notre Dame d'Arab. And Robert, who was a colleague of mine throughout the years, has been with the Nouvelle since July of 1985. Now, over the years, Robert is considered a multifaceted reporter. He's also done cultural coverage, and I consider him one of the best of the reporters ever to come or cover New Brunswick. Great gentleman, and you can tell in the write-up he has a great love of hockey. So this quick audio podcast is for my good friends Jimmy Harvey and Steve Corey, who were trying to get a translation of the article that appeared in La Nouvelle into English. We couldn't cut and paste, so as a favor to my great family, they're both family, of course, this is for them, and it's a salute to all the fans of senior hockey in the North Shore that Robert talks in the article, Dalhousie, St. Arthur, Batters, Dalhousie, many great senior hockey players through the years, and Jean-Marie is one of their number. Have a good day.